Erik Horne here with Brett Dawson after the Thunder's 112-105 win over the Orlando Magic. Brett, they beat a bad team.
They beat a real bad team, but they didn't beat them real bad.
No, they did not. The Thunder struggled with the Magic yet again. Magic came out hot. Thunder wasn't playing any defense. And all of a sudden, Alex Abrinas decides to get all rim protectory.
Yeah.
And then from there, the Thunder really clamped down defensively in the second half. I think they finished 3 of 10 in the second quarter when Abrinas got that big block on Mario Hezonja, and the Magic shot around 30% in the second half.
Yeah, they did a nice job defensively. They weren't quite good enough offensively to ever get a great amount of distance. They didn't get a lot of breathing room. It took, like, Paul George made a 3 in the corner to put him up 7. It pretty much sealed it. And until then, Orlando had kind of hung around in striking distance. But they did a nice job defensively. They did a really good job at the three-point line, not letting the Magic get quite so many easy looks from 3 in the second half as they did in the first. And then offensively, while they weren't great, the bench was terrific. Best game we've seen out of the bench in a long time. The last one I can think of that was this good was at Charlotte. Might have had one since then, but not many performances like this out of the bench.
Yeah, you needed this bench performance tonight because the Thunder starters, frankly, weren't that good. You know, Melo, Westbrook, and Paul George combined to go, I think, 16 of 47. Russell Westbrook was in single digits, I think, tonight. You don't see that very often for Russell Westbrook. So the bench needed to be good tonight. Patrick Patterson, Raymond Felton, Jeremy Grant, Alex Abrinas, as we mentioned, was probably the best of the bunch all around. Really needed this bench performance, and they came through.
Yeah, 48-24, they outscored the Orlando bench, and the Thunder bench has not been outscoring anybody. Now, they've played some teams lately with some pretty good benches. Sacramento's got one of the best benches in the league. It's sort of weird, but as we've talked about, their bench isn't that different from their starters, so that sort of helps. The Golden State bench played well, and the Thunder bench did not on Saturday, so they really have not been given much in the way of offense. Tonight, there's a big difference when Raymond Felton's making shots and he's kind of creating shots for other guys. And then the other thing is that Patrick Patterson just hasn't played very well lately. He had a really nice game. He made a couple of threes, but he also got some other guys involved. He created shots for other guys. He was really good.
You know, even Terrence Ferguson put in some decent minutes tonight. He didn't get overwhelmed when he came in the third quarter. Billy Donovan didn't play Alex Abrinas many minutes in that third quarter, opting to save him for the fourth, and he played Alex Abrinas the entire second quarter. It's an interesting thing that's going on with the shooting guard position since Andre Robertson's gone out. He starts Josh Eustace, plays Alex Abrinas the same amount of minutes as Josh Eustace, and then brings Terrence Ferguson in for some energy and some defense, even when Terrence Ferguson hasn't been a great defender this year. And I talked to Donovan a little bit about his philosophy behind the shooting guard position, and he goes back again. You know, he doesn't want to get these guys disengaged. He wants to, say, quote unquote, expand his roster down the stretch of the season. That's not really what a lot of teams are doing in the NBA. They're usually tightening their lineups as he gets to play all the time. Yeah,
the thing tonight, Ferguson was good enough to leave him out there, and so when he's playing, when he's giving you some good minutes, he's not just killing you. It makes a lot of sense, confidence-wise, rotation-wise, just to leave him out there and play. He was competitive defensively. He only had 2 points. I think he missed a 3 because he doesn't make any threes at home. The dunk that he made was one of the most athletic plays he's made all year, which is saying something. Just an incredible kind of chase down of a long pass and dunk, all in kind of one motion, so fluid. Kind of the things that you see these little glimpses of him, and that was one of those things where you say, okay, like I see what they see in this guy. It's just lately they've been really bad with him on the floor. Tonight, not so much.
Bench has to continue to be good this week. I mean, the Thunder's got 2 games, going to Dallas on Wednesday, going to Phoenix on Friday, places that the Thunder has not played well this season, and then Portland, major game in Portland on Saturday night on the second night of a back-to-back.
Thunder hasn't played that well this decade.
No, Portland has not played well against Portland in the past 5 years. So it's a big week for the Thunder with some bad teams before they get to the big one against Portland at the end of the week. Here's some post-game video from Billy Donovan. Actually,
not Russell Westbrook. Got out fast tonight.
We got some Paul George, little Alex Abrinas, and Carmelo Anthony.
Nope.